Life's simple freedoms, a walk in the park, ice cream on a sunny day, still seemed foreign to Lupita Pérez Castillo.
They took away my innocence and the hope of being a self-assured person.
Lupita says she was kept as a slave for more than 30 years. Her story begins as a 10-year-old girl living in an impoverished indigenous community in Veracruz, Mexico. That's when, she says, a woman, accompanied by a translator, approached her mother, offering the recent widow money in exchange for Lupita.
And they told her mother that they were going to take her daughter with them and send her to school, and that they were going to send Lupita's family her monthly salary. They also gave her mother some money at that moment.
Once taken to the new family, Lupita says she was forced to do housework and care for the other children. She was not paid, and she remembers the lady of the house gave her only leftover scraps to eat and not giving her a bed.
She would say that we indigenous people were used to sleeping on the floor, like animals. She had a sofa, but wouldn't let me use it because she said I was going to ruin it.
Lupita says she tried to escape several times, but nobody in the new city understood her indigenous dialect, and she was punished for trying.
They would pull my hair. Sometimes, when I had to take frozen meat out of the freezer, they would hit me with it in the head.
It wasn't until she was almost 40 that she got the opportunity to finally break free.
That night, the lady's son, the youngest, the one I used to babysit, had an accident. She went to the hospital, and that's when I escaped.
Her captor was convicted on slavery and forced domestic work charges. Still, after 3 years, transitioning into a life of freedom is proving difficult for Lupita.
She couldn't stop. If we went to a restaurant, she wanted to do the dishes. If we traveled and stayed at a hotel, she wanted to do the beds, wanted to do chores. They really stole 30 years of her life from her.
Lupita has now been in therapy for some time because she was held captive for nearly 3 decades. Starting when she was a child, she never learned to make her own decisions, manage her own money, and have a sense of self-worth.
If you ask what's your favorite ice cream flavor, chocolate or strawberry, she says, what do you want it to be?
Now 43, Lupita has a paying job working as a seamstress. And she's hoping to make up for lost time.
My dream is to study nursing. It was my dream since I was a little girl. I'm trying hard. I'm reading because that's the only thing I want to do, even if I never make it.
A dream deferred by a nightmare no one should ever have to face. Rafael Romo, CNN, Mexico City.